Hey guys, it's Bro, you whack, and we're back on studio with the MSMC with the Aqua Camo. However, it's not about the gameplay, but I go off in this gameplay. I go off with my sentry units and stealth choppers and orbital beasts. I just watched the game. It's an awesome game here on studio, but it's not about the gameplay, even though I'm having to remind you guys a second time. I don't need to remind you guys it's not about the gameplay. It's about the commentary that is on hand today, and we're talking about some PlayStation 4 and Xbox stuff, but not really specifically about the two, because we're talking about graphics versus gameplay. And stay till the end of this video, because I have an important question to ask every one of you, all you boys and girls, everybody watching this video. But as time progresses throughout video games, we saw a dramatic change through graphics throughout video games. And one of the first very video games that was ever created in the world, and some argue that this wasn't the first. I don't know if it's the first or not. Some may argue or not, maybe correct me or something, but I think the very first video game that was in the world was Pong. And if for some reason you don't know what Pong is, I'll quickly explain. Pretty much two paddles are on the side, and there's like a little square or ball, even, I think, maybe if that's more advanced, but pretty much, no, I think it was a square. The very first version was a square, and it just went right across the screen, like kind of like 2D tennis. It kind of just went right across the screen, and it just bounced, and whoever got it past the paddle got a point. And that was pretty much it. That was pretty much the very first video game ever created in the world. Maybe, I don't know if that's it, but I know that was the very first video game that was made for all of us to play, and that was very, very advanced. Having a ball move across a screen and having it bounce, and that was crazy way back then. And then as times progressed, we saw different kind of video games. Pac-Man and Miss Pac-Man was a very big video game back in the days, where you know what Pac-Man is. I don't even need to explain Pac-Man, but so that was a pretty advanced game. And then more time progressed, and another game that was really popular was Super Mario Bros., where a 2D pixel man plumber Italian made by Japanese guys just jumped up and hit blocks, and coins popped up, and you just advanced, and you hopped on these little brown guys and hopped on turtles and threw turtle shells across the screen. It was just amazing and just awesome. And that was, and so it went from Pong to Pac-Man to Mario to other games now, where it's going in the 90th century, where handheld games was beyond belief, where you can actually play things in your hand without power. Well, you had battery, but without power, you can go in the car and play video games, and it was just crazy. It was beyond belief. And now we're going in the 21st century. Now we got more advanced games, 3D rendered games, where we actually have 3D characters playing. And now we're in this time right here, right now. We have advanced shooters, we have advanced video games, we have controllable characters to do many different kinds of things. And it's just amazing how graphics and gameplay has advanced throughout the years. And now with this next generation of consoles comes with a whole new variety and a whole new different kind of spectrum of graphics. And you guys know, throughout time, graphics are gonna get better, and sooner or later it's gonna be to the point where we're actually in the video game. But right now it's not possible, kind of, for every average consumer. It's not possible for us to be in the video game, but we get the realism of looking at the screen and looking at possible or kind of similar human-like structures. Like right now, Call of Duty, it's not really a full-on blown, oh my god, this looks like a human creation. And not even Battlefield, but Battlefield has this notion that it has the best graphics. And when I'm talking about graphics, I'm talking, there's two kinds of different kind of graphics. There seems to be human-like graphics and cartoon-like graphics. Cartoon-like graphics, like Borderlands 2 on like the PC, it looks amazing, it looks phenomenal, but it's not human-like graphics. It just looks gorgeous and looks amazing, looks so sexual on the PC with Borderlands 2, but it's not human-like. Battlefield 4, if you saw some Battlefield 4 gameplay, it looks more like human-like graphics. It looks like, oh my god, it looks like an actual person. Look at the water, it looks so amazing. And I don't know, with graphics with a video game, it seems good, it seems awesome, but is it better than gameplay? That's the question I want to ask you. Do you rather want gameplay, or would you rather want graphics? Now, obviously a combination of both is good, but it's kind of like this. Okay, it's kind of like a girl is sitting right in front of you and she has, let's see, okay, it's kind of like a girl having very, very big tits, right? I know that's got kind of weird and took a right turn, but it's like a girl having some amazing tits. That's kind of like graphics for a video game. They look amazing and you just want to get inside them and go like that, you know? You know what I'm saying? It's kind of like that. Girls, even girls. Picture a guy sitting right in front of you and he has an amazing body, his six packs, awesome arms. It's kind of like that. Now, you can look at the body and be like, dang, God, I want to get inside that, but it can only get good for so long. Rather than big tits or a good body, maybe they have an amazing personality and like you're not really such a good body, you know what I mean? That's kind of goes for a video game. Maybe they don't have amazing graphics, but maybe the gameplay is really freaking amazing and really, really sexual looking, and it looks amazing like Mario. And Minecraft! Minecraft is a perfect example. It doesn't have awesome graphics, it has blocks. But the gameplay and the idea of it is amazing. That's kind of like a girl with not such big boobs, not such big butts, but her personality is really beyond the top, a top 10 personality, and it's just amazing. That's kind of like what gameplay and graphics are. You can look at a girl and a guy for so long, but it gets kind of tiring. You would rather want a personality because that lasts longer. Same with a video game. You can only stare at a building and water for so long until it gets boring, but gameplay can keep going on for a very long time. So for me, yeah, graphics are a good thing, but gameplay is more my cup of tea. I want to hear your guys' opinion. Actually, no, I'm going to go over the gameplay because I haven't even finished what I was going to say. No. So I went over with the girls and the guys and looking amazing, but games like Skyrim and Battlefield, they take the cake for having the best kind of gameplay in the video game market. Some argue a different game, but really, Skyrim and Battlefield, they have some amazing freaking graphics. And I'm going over the gameplay, so don't yell at me, but they have some amazing graphics, and they have some good gameplay. That's a double whammy. Boom, boom. A girl with a nice body and a nice personality. Same with a guy, nice body, blah, 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 blah. So, but if you can only choose one, and if I were to only choose one, graphics versus gameplay, I would have to go with the gameplay. I mean, graphics, yeah, Skyrim has some very, very good graphics. And if you're playing a single player game, and if I'm going to be spending over 300 hours on the game, you best believe I better have something good to look at. Same with a girl. If you're going to be married to a girl, you don't want to marry this old, ugly looking ratchet kind of girl. You want kind of a good, decent looking girl, but with a good personality. You know the kind of girls that just are just so annoying or just so boring, but they have that pretty face and pretty body, but they're just so bad, boring, annoying, and some guys deal with it. I just don't know how guys can deal with it, but that's a different topic, but that's what I'm just trying to say. Graphics aren't everything. Sure, they're a good thing. Sure, they're much needed, especially now in this day and age, and especially now since the PlayStation 4 and Xbox will be able to handle such graphics for a video game. But maybe developers should focus more on gameplay rather than just graphics. You know, rather than showing, hey, look at how amazing our game looks, maybe they should be saying, hey, look how amazing our game plays. You know what I'm saying? A girl can look good, but her personality will last longer. A guy can look amazing, but his personality will last way longer than his body will. That's just all I want to say. I know I went over the gameplay, but I hope you guys don't mind. So my question to you is, what would you rather want? Gameplay or graphics? I know we want both. I know we want an amazing girl, a guy with a good body and a good personality, but if you had to choose one, would you pick gameplay or graphics? That's my question to you. I answered it. I would pick gameplay, but graphics is a much needed thing in a video game that I want to play. So that's all my time. I went way over the gameplay. I'm gonna sign off. I'll see you guys later. Hugs and kisses and all that stuff, and I'll see you guys later, and bye.